so busy. So busy, constantly wanting to stand. And
I have cameras in my jeans, so I...
I think he knows exactly what's going on.
I know. Do you like me? Oh, you like the ladies better, yeah. That's interesting.
Amara, you spoke to the Duchess for quite some time. What did you talk about?
She asked me how old I am, and I answered. And she asked me what I want to be one day, and she asked me my name.
And what did you tell her? What do you want to be?
I want to be a pediatrician.
And what did she say to that?
She said you can be anything you want.
Now, you were quite overwhelmed. You had tears in your eyes while you were talking to her.
Yes, I did.
And why was that so?
Because it's I've never met such an amazing person like her. Like in person. It was amazing to see.
I was thinking it was Archie and we had all these toys in the middle, but I think it was that one too.
Please, I'd like to now ask so she would continue.
In the spirit of community, what's so nice is to be able to share some of the things that we have done at home as well. And so, we can obviously make sure anything we need is provided. We brought some of the things that my friends and I used for our kids and Archie. Then he said, don't get any more medallions for that. No, it's fine. Just little things that I thought would be helpful for the kids. Oh, he's outgrown that. He's a big this one. But at any rate, there's all sorts of things there that I thought, it's so important to be able to share what's worked for our families and to know that we were all in this together with each other. So I just want to share some things from our home to each of yours. So you'll have this in their quarter bags back here as well. Yeah, of course. Look at who's having the best time. Living her best life. So thank you. Oh, thank you so much. My goodness, it's all so exciting. Each piece of it. So once we get to that phase, I'm sure you'll hold
Yeah, of course. Yesterday was great. To start in Nyanga was amazing. I mean, I think everyone across the world now has probably heard about what's been happening more recently. That kind of stuff happens all the time, every year. But it really peaked in the last month or so. We've done our best to try and keep track of what's been going on. But you know, South Africa was always going to be, or this Africa tour was always going to be fantastic. We've been looking forward to coming and visit Cape Town. Her first visit. I love this place. And again, meeting the people, the energy, the fun. Again, the positivity, the optimism and the hope in the face of such incredible adversity. There are young people and older people, men and women, trying to change what effectively has become the norm.
And you can't help but feel uplifted by seeing that yesterday. Also for both of you now, your roles as Commonwealth ambassadors, really reaching out to young people is obviously so important for you both. But what do you think is the most pressing global issue when it comes to dealing with the stigma around mental health, which still continues in so many places today?
It's just getting people to talk about it and talk to each other, right? And you see that no matter where you are in the world, if you're in a small community or a township, if you're in a big city, it's that everyone is dealing with a different version of the same thing globally. I think there's a bit of a consciousness crisis, and so the fact that we are able to be here together and see on the ground so much good work that's being done just because people are willing to talk to each other about it and someone's willing to listen is huge. And that can apply to being here, certainly can apply to being in London, LA, it doesn't matter where you are, we're all sort of trying to power through and find some optimism.
I think most of the stigma is around mental illness, right? We need to separate the two. As my wife said about consciousness, there's mental health, which is every single one of us, and then mental illness, which could be every single one of us. But I think they need to be separated because the mental health element touches on so much of what we're exposed to, these experiences that these kids and every single one of us has been through. Everyone has experienced trauma or likely experienced trauma at some point during their lives. We need to try and not eradicate it, but to learn from previous generations so that it's not a perpetual cycle. And I think what's amazing here is just in a day and a half, if that.
Barely.
It's all a whirlwind. The same conversations keep happening with all sorts of different people. So they've been through it and we can learn so much from them.
And those conversations will keep going as the days go on with your tour. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.